Hey. She looked at me like I just offended her.
She got it.
Got it? Getting it?
It's hard. It's so funny.
Don't giggle. Don't giggle with it.
You're 25% worse at this.
There you go.
Giggling.
Don't be mad. Look, we got you in a booth and everything. One of your favorite restaurants? Yeah. So yeah, I'm good.
Thank you.
It's okay. It's okay. Be chill. Relax. Hey, let me know if you need to take a break, okay? Alright. Glad you're in a good mood now. Everything is well. Steak chimney and the surf and turf?
Steak chimney and surf and turf?
Yeah.
And do you want those on
Not too much of a good mood, okay?
Yeah.
Just
flour?
keep it down. Bring it down a notch.
And then it got warm and started to rain. Here, I'd like to borrow your nose.
It started pouring down rain and it was just
So
What are
the
you
rain
doing
was
to your
melting
mom? Why'd you
snow,
pull her head like that?
Caused twice as
And that was
cookie.
before you had like an alarm and stuff, right? Or did you have
we
the
had an
alarm?
alarm.
yeah. So I feel like
That was wild, dude. Normally you just do perfect in that restaurant. That was, had a little moment there. I'm glad you turned it around, though.
Yeah.
Good job.
Super positive from then on.
Yep, good job.
Game time highlights.
Sometimes, sometimes you're like, this song just sets me off. I don't know if it was a song. I'm just saying that it could be any number of things, No, backseat. I was not getting the door from me. I was being polite.
It doesn't affect me.
You're just now emptying your stuff?
No, I don't think so. I mean, late term.
You got off easy this afternoon, huh? I can't believe you did that. You got a smiling photo of Gramps and Grammy? That's pretty awesome. I know. Oh, you're just in a good mood, huh? Yeah. Say, she's got to be genuinely happy to have a, feeling happy and joyous to smile. She's not going to fake it. She doesn't fake anything. Not that you don't try to be deceitful sometimes, to trick us or whatever, but no fibs, huh? Right? Abby, do you fib? Cookie. Girl, get out of here. Can we talk? Not that close. I wanted to talk about the restaurant briefly, if you don't mind. A little chitty chat there. This is and always will be the hardest part about the communication deficit is not always knowing. Sometimes we know. Sometimes we can, help to change her mood, help her to work through something or whatever. But that doesn't always mean that we know, why she feels the way that she feels, or that she can accurately express why she feels how she feels. It could have been she didn't like that booth. It could have been she was thinking that we were going somewhere else when we went there. It could have been that she was talking about waffle fries earlier in the day, and she was really hoping we go to get waffle fries instead of Mexican. She loves Mexican food. It's probably her favorite food, maybe second to waffle fries. It could be something that she was thinking about that happened previously in the day. There's any number of things that it could have been. And sometimes it's just not something that we can fix. So the best route for us to take is to teach her how to work through those feelings, right? To kind of stabilize and level out. And that's what we do. So we talk through it with her. We try to get as much information from her as we can so that we can maybe talk exactly about what's bothering her. But then just in a general scope, talking about her feelings and her emotions and recognizing them and validating them, and then trying to help her to get through that, to feel better, to be less angry, to not be sad, whatever the negative emotion is. So the progress that we've seen because of that is it's easier to talk her down. She is quicker at flipping her mood, being able to self-regulate, being able to have more self-control. Outbursts like this in restaurants don't happen very often anymore. You don't see them because they just don't happen that often. It used to be an all the time kind of thing. It was we had to go to certain places because they were already loud and it was not going to disrupt a bunch of people and, draw a lot of attention or whatever the reason might be, you know. But we had to, and then we just, there was a time we just didn't go out, you know. We didn't take her out to dinner or go places like that because it was hard for her and hard for us and disrupted everyone else. And not that I'm one of those people that think that you have to, like, you know, we have to do everything to accommodate the rest of the world, and they just, you know, they shouldn't have to accept the fact that there's people with disabilities in the world. We're not those people, but also I think there's a balance there. You know, there should be some level of give and take. It's after midnight, and Isaiah just knocked on the door and scared the crap out of me. Like, nobody ever knocks on the sliding glass door. Of course, then I was like, well, you know, I think my brain switched quickly. Like, if it was an intruder, they wouldn't knock. Maybe it's a polite intruder. I don't know. I completely lost my train of thought. So the progress is that we have gotten to this point where we can continue our meal, where she doesn't have to go outside and take a break. You know, her 16th birthday, she sat outside of Zaxby's because she couldn't go inside. She just couldn't. She tried, and she just couldn't do it. It was too much for her. You know, the birthday party to begin with, and the group of people that we had, and then just the stimulation of being inside the restaurant. That was directly after, you know, can you say that word on YouTube yet? COVID? I don't know, maybe. It was directly after that, and she hadn't been out of the house. Like, honestly, it ruined her. Like, that was when everything changed. That was when she lost her ability to go and do without the just crippling anxiety sneaking up on her, and her inability to go into places like that. That's when it happened. I think there's just too much of a correlation there where, you know, she was so comfortable in her home, like sensory-wise, mentally, you know, her ability to cope with things, she's lost all of that. So that's not my point. I'm just, you know, I was telling a story. But yeah, she sat outside the restaurant because she couldn't get herself to calm down, and it was the saddest thing ever, you guys. Just looking in through the window at all of her people there, like she was looking through the window, you know, watching them around the table, and she just couldn't do it. She couldn't go back in. So this is progress. This is great. It's great. One outburst, you know, and then she's able to reel it in and enjoy. Ended up giggling and enjoying dinner with her family. That's huge. And I want to share these moments of progress with you guys. And I like talking through this stuff sometimes because I think it helps people to better understand, but it also helps me to be a better advocate and a better dad, and it helps me to understand her better when I say these things out loud. And I would highly encourage that, you know, you don't have to go on the internet and share your life with the world like we do, but document this stuff, talk it out. If it's just you, talk to your phone, you know. Keep a video journal, write things down. It really helps to get that stuff out there, and helps you to process and think through it. And that's the two big benefits for me of having this, what we do, is that when I'm an old man, I get to watch these videos. It's just like a diary of my life, you know. And part two is that I got to learn so much more about my child, not just from the stuff I discovered, but from the feedback that you guys give and the ideas that you have, and then the autism community that provides input. Like, we learned about how Abby sees the world when that anxiety kicks in, when she walks into a room and she doesn't like the ceilings. They start to create depth perception issues, and it looks like the ceiling and floor are moving, you know, and she, you know, she can't put one foot in front of the other. It seems like we learn from someone on the spectrum what that experience is like for her, so we can help her, you know, help her to create the skill set so that she does have access to the world. So I'm just eternally grateful for that. This ended up being a longer talk than I originally planned, but here we are. I hope you guys have just the best day. I wanted to share this with you. It wasn't a long vlog, it was just a moment, but I feel like it needed its own chat, you know. See you in the next one. Bye, guys.